was quite impressive. Hang on, we've swapped places. What the hell's happened?
Yeah, we
there?
have. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. I'm impressed with this.
Hold on.
Boys ready to be in the middle. Can we sort that out?
And then you go
yeah, no, I don't go there. Okay. There we go. That's where we need to be right now. There we go.
We'll get there.
And we're live.
So. We are. So this is our inaugural end of season awards, ladies and gentlemen, and we've come suitably attired. I hope you're all impressed, those of you watching. Well, you look like you're going to a funeral rather than an awards ceremony. Well, yeah, he's just smart casual. So
listen,
you're
he's handsome bastard anyway, so it don't matter. He's handsome sod. He is. He's handsome sod, so he gets away.
I'll try. I'm going a bit grey now, though. Look, I'm going grey. It's doing this channel.
Grey or bald? What?
Both.
We got a few people in the live chat already.
Gatesy, can we get this one going on?
Yeah.
Can we use that? Will you let me use that? I like that one. I need to move the camera over a bit. I like that one. What? You can't see me boxes.
Should Milesy not be there though? Do you think?
No, he's fine where he is. No, he's all right.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's fine. I'm bottom of the pile.
I'll leave him. Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. We got a few people in the live chat, guys. So we'll just say hello to. We've got words and pictures, and I hope this is wrong. It's
wrong.
Listen. If they were silly enough to let Ancelotti go, right? And
that's
for
now
me,
confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah. If they were silly enough to let him go after the season that they had, and let's not dick around. They've competed, and that's what we're here for. It's an end of season award show. They competed. They weren't a bad side, Everton, and let's not dick around. Rodriguez came in, James came in on the back of Ancelotti being there. If they don't want to sign those types of players, if they don't want to play that sort of football, fine. That's entirely up to them. They're going to suffer. Right? We all know how big a situation it is to bring certain types of players in with regards to the manager that you've got. And Ancelotti was one of those types of players, hence the reason James Rodriguez. So for me, I think they're idiots letting him go. I also like to point out something that I saw online earlier, Gatesy, that Gareth Bale's first trophyless season since he left Spurs was rejoining Spurs. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Yeah. That's all I've got. The first time he didn't win a season since he left Spurs was when he rejoined Spurs.
Why am I getting the blame again? Getting the blame again?
We were late. We kicked off within 10 seconds.
I think we was about 30 seconds late because Duke was telling Milesy about stuff going on at work. So it was still 8 o'clock.
Yeah, listen. Milesy, let him have it. It's fine.
You know what Duke's like. He could talk a glass eye to sleep.
Fair enough. All right.
Listen, that's true. You exactly. Come on.
Listen, I've not. Yes, it is very much so. But I've not kept a stream going for about 4.5 hours, Casey. That's on you. All right. I wasn't here for that one.
It's 3.5 actually. It was only 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheers.
We're gonna go for a.
But it's not the same without you, Duke. It's not the same without you.
Yeah. Where the hell have you been?
Running a pub. Just for those of you who don't know.
Did you like it, Ray?
Good evening, Ray. How are you, sir? I'll tell you what. Great video with Ray earlier, Casey. Great video.
Yeah.
5 players, 6.7 million change, mate. That was some good business. I think he's done there.
And one of the finest people to come out of Dagenham, Raymondo.
I had to be a bit tough with him because he wanted to spend $500,000 over the budget, and I didn't want to, bend the rules. I was
500 grand off my money.
No, I can't allow that. Well, rules are rules. If we didn't have rules, where would we be? As Al Murray, the pub landlord, once said.
Anarchy. Absolute anarchy.
Still in lockdown.
Well, we still are in a way, aren't we? Kind of.
You're welcome, Ray.
And I'm not happy with this one.
I need to do my one, by the way.
Blues Brothers never wore a dicky bow. That's him down there. Yes, he's one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
All he needs is the shade and the
But listen.
We're gonna sing. Everybody needs somebody.
Everybody
needs
somebody.
Someone to love.
That's going to be a sign out. That's going to be a sign out. I might even shake myself over.
We may well be, Tom. We may well be. So, ladies and
why
gentlemen,
are we here?
boys and girls, and fellow family pets, why are we here? As it says there on the banner that I've made lovingly for you, for any of you waifs and strays that are just passing through and are wondering what the hell's going on, there it is. It's the Forged from Iron end of season awards, ladies and gentlemen.
Isn't it?
So,
it's the reason.
So, what we did is over the last week or so, we put out a number of different categories for people to vote on via social media platforms. Sorry?
Well, you did.
What you did.
Okay. I put it out there. Okay, that's fine. You know, whatever. Got to see the penguin. That's nice. There was a number of categories. There was probably a few more that we could have done, but it just sort of got a little bit hectic, and I didn't get all of the tweets and all that out in time. So we're going with what we've got. This is typical Forged from Iron. We don't go to a script. We just fly by the seat of our pants and hope for the best. So the categories were as follows. They were best individual performance by a player, obviously. Unsung hero, and this one may or may not necessarily be a player. This could be a member of the coaching team. It could be a player. It could be the kit man. It could be anyone. Unsung
Doris,
hero.
who makes the tea. She's still there.
The tea lady. Most important person at the club, in my opinion. Because without old Doris, it all just goes to pot. The next category that we're going for is the most improved player. So basically, it's someone that you thought was crap the season before. Well, it is, isn't it? It usually is. That's usually what well, it can be, can't it? You know, it's a little bit of a sort of backhanded compliment. You know, you weren't very good last season, but you were all right this.
An award's an award at the end of the day.
Yes. But I always think when I see the
Agreed.
I always think when I see that award, I think it's a bit. But there you go.
And we're gonna.
Were you awarded
and we're gonna
that,
no comment.
Is that what this is? Is that what you done on this award? Were you awarded that? Is that where you're going?
Because I was consistently crap. I was never crap and then good. Crap, then good. I was crap.
You were at a level and
stayed there. Even more crap. And that's pretty much the way it's.
So you found your level and stuck. That's what you say.
Yeah.
Consistency. That's what it's about.
If it ain't,
listen. 5 out of 10 is 5 out of 10. Bosh, exactly right.
I'm not even too sure I was ever that.
I think I got that last week at the Vets team, to be honest with you, but we'll never know.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I pulled every muscle that was possibly going, to be honest with you. I didn't play today. Or yesterday or whatever.
You're the wrong side of 40. You shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Trust me. I came on in the second half. I came on at the start of the second half. I played left back. I made a marauding run. This is how it seemed in my head anyway, you know, afterwards.
Yeah.
I made a marauding run forward. I passed our left winger. I said to him, get out of the way. Played a 1-2 with our centre forward. I broke into the box. I got a bit of a lucky bounce, you know, a bit like Tevez at United, Old Trafford, last game of the season, you know, kept us coming. Got a bit of a lucky bounce back to my feet. Yeah. And as I went to shoot, I felt my thigh muscle go like that. Keeper saved it. I picked myself up off the floor as he threw the ball over my head to their right back. I went to run and went, no. And I spent the following 40 minutes nursing a pulled thigh, 2 pulled hamstrings, and continued to try and run and defend. So it went really well, Gatesy. We won 4-2. We won 4-2. I played 2 games, 2 wins, scored 6. Oh no, scored 7, conceded 4. I mean, listen, it's really. I am on the cusp of the most injured player award season. That's where I'm at, I think, so far.
So you're sort of like your Falls from Irons, Andy Carroll, Jack Wilshere rolled into one.
No, I think I performed better. I think I performed better. Ken, I'll be honest with you, Ken. I do feel. I feel like Gatesy deserves to be on the eye of the World Darts Championship. You know, that's where Gatesy needs to be. Whoa!
I couldn't afford the pay cut. I couldn't afford the pay cut. I've already told you that.
Or he's Otto off Only Fools and Horses when they go to the casino.
Ah,
and he lets them in.
Yes.
He's Otto. Otto.
Pick a window.
I
didn't finish the categories, ladies and gentlemen. So
sorry.
The next category that we're going to go for is the best team performance, and the final one. Oh, has he dropped out?
Oh,
no, I'm here. I'm back.
There you go.
Listen, I was still talking about my football. I was still talking about my football.
He's got a night off.
We're still
He's got a night off. Mr. Venn.
Good evening.
You've got a night off.
We're not going to give it away. We're not doing it, Gatesy. We're not giving it away. Not yet. We'll give it away later.
No. Okay. What's this? The new George Noble. Oh, thanks. Yeah. George Noble. He's the referee. So only do the referees? They don't normally. Oh no. Is he a referee, or he's the one that does the scores, isn't he? Do they normally wear a dicky though? I thought it was the guy John McDonnell who sort of like announces them on, sort of thing. You know, the 16th time record-breaking champion of the world and all that bollocks. You know.
Yeah, no. On the shit darts, they wear a suit and tie. On PDC, they can wear a polo shirt.
They went bust, didn't they? The BDO. I'm sure they went tits up.
Oh, I think they're still going strong.
Oh, I don't know about strong. I think that's probably pushing it a little bit. Don't know about strong. Anyway,
do you want to finish the categories?
The last one, 13 minutes, 7 seconds in. The last category is the obvious one, Hammer of the Year.
Which the club have neglected this year, I'd like to point out.
They have. I believe...
I've got some news on that.
You know about this, don't you? So go on, Milesy.
So it's been released because of the COVID rules and everything. They're going to wait until after June the 21st or whatever, 24th or whatever the day is, and then they're going to do the awards before the start of the new one, so people can go.
Oh, that's yeah. They could have at least.
So they're money grabbing bastards, but we love them.
Russ Bray, when he does the calling at the darts, you know, he's the one with the really gravelly voice. 100. It sounds like he's giving a blowjob to a flamethrower. Well, he has. Come on, that's exactly what it sounds like.
Sounds like something's been inserted into him. Sounds like something's been inserted into him.
Rob.
Yes.
Rob. I've got a question.
Go for it.
I've got a question. How do you know what that sounds like? How do you know what a man giving a blowjob to a flamethrower strain sounds like? I don't. What kind of stuff do you say?
I hate to see. Someone ever tried it, it would sound like Russ Bray.
I'd hate to see what your Google search engine looks like. I really would. I pray to God, if you ever pass away, that you are someone that in your will is someone to delete your search history. That's all I'm saying, KD. Just make sure one of the boys knows to hit delete, clear history. That's all I'm saying.
All we're gonna see is right card coming out in a minute. The right card from the bathroom and the flame.
Oh dear. Shall we get on with the categories, gentlemen? I'm sure that the people.
Listen, we never stopped this. It was you.
Nah. Well, all right, okay.
Well, there's 11 up
Shall
there.
we
There's
carry
11
on?
watching. So let's cheer these up. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
have a discussion and bring
First
our own
category.
conversation to the
The
people.
first category I'm going to put out there. We're going to
What
discuss
you got
it,
for
and
me?
obviously you guys, the best individual performance by a player. Now, not by a sort of random person running onto the pitch, obviously. So I'll put it over to you boys, and obviously to you guys in the live chat. Give us your thoughts. Is there a player that's put in an individual performance in a given game? Let us know who were the opposition. Was it the home game, the away game, and obviously the player? And we'll put your comments up on the screen as we go along. Milesy, for your money, what has been the best performance by an individual this season? Probably a very difficult question given the season we've had.
I've got two, but I might need people in the chat to help me, and obviously you guys as well. The two what spring to mind was obviously the one what comes to me straight away is obviously Lingard's debut. The two goals, Villa away, what a performance, and the fact that he hasn't played for so long. And the second one is Angelo Ogbonna against Leicester away at the start of the season when we won 3-0. I thought he was absolutely amazing, to be perfectly honest. And
you asking me? Because my screens are frozen. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm still talking.
We got gremlins, ladies and gentlemen.
No one else is here.
I'm here.
That's me.
No, it's not.
In out.
Oh God.
Can you hear me, Gatesy?
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hopefully the people. Listen, we'll just have to crack on. So yeah, carry on, Milesy.
There's an intruder. That's why he's gone.
Intruder window.
Yeah.
Carry on, Milesy.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I can see people commenting. Obviously, Lingard was the one what springs to mind, and the other one for me is obviously Ogbonna, because I thought he was immense that day. So yeah, they're the two what spring to mind to me. Obviously Lingard getting his 2 goals, heavily involved, and I think that was the start of us really believing we're going to be serious challenges for Europe. So, and obviously the momentum of him getting in. So yeah, they're the 2 performances for me, mate.
If you were really pushed on it, I'm going to have to push you. And I know it may be a bit like asking you who your favourite child is, or another loaded question of that ilk. But if I had to really push you and say you need to make a choice here, Mr. Miles, one or the other, which one are you going for and why?
I am going for Ogbonna.
Okay.
Ogbonna for me. Only because I want to be different. No, I think Lingard's a very popular one, but the game what springs to mind was Vardy didn't have a sniff, did he, until that disallowed goal, and I believe he was heavily involved in that, and obviously, Ogbonna before I change my mind.
Because they didn't have a shot on target, as I remember the stats saying at the end of that match, which is incredible. Quite incredible.
Yeah,
They're the home team. They got Jamie Vardy, and this was a team that finished 5th and were for most of the season in the top 4, and we shut them out. I mean, that was something else.
And it was Soufal's first game as well. That springs to mind as well.
Yeah. Well, Zippy and George have dropped out completely now.
I think they've got to prepare for their next awards, haven't they? So they've gone backstage.
It could be. It could be.
They're presenting the winner shortly.
I mean, Tom's just popped up to say that it was a really important result and performance at Leicester, and it was only the second win of the season, and we did totally nullify them. There's my man. He's there. Here you come. There you come. Back in. There you go. Did you have sort of like an alien ship that landed above your pub or something?
God knows, mate. I think the kids are trying to stream some sort of Disney Plus or Netflix or some sort of bullshit that's going on. I might have just had a screaming, shouting match at the top of my lungs, but we'll We'll see how the evening progresses, shall we?
The only way is up, Duke. The only way is up. So, best individual performance. I don't know if you caught any of it, but Milesy's advocated the performance of Angelo Ogbonna away at Leicester. Same question to you. Who stands out for you in a raft of team performances and individual performances? If you've got to pick out one individual performance amongst it all, where's your vote going?
It's Jesse Lingard at Villa for me. I just thought he brought something else. The whole team looked that much better. It was something quite powerful in that game. The link-up play with Ben Rama, us going forward, we just looked something else. And honestly, it's the one individual performance in the entire season that had me not questioning why I was a West Ham fan, if I'm honest with you. There's been many times over the years that I've kind of gone, why do I keep doing this, season in, season out? And I'm pretty sure we've all had that moment in our lifetime supporting the club. But that, for me, kind of was just, it was perfection, Casey. Oh, it was just absolutely astonishing that one player could come in and just create this, I don't know, this buzz in the fan base, this buzz within the club. And let's be honest, the buzz within the fan base was nothing short of outstanding. I mean, I was on a watch along with family, brother, a few friends, etc. And everything Jesse Lingard did in that game was something else for me. Honestly, was something else. But we hadn't seen at the club since, probably Payet. Let's not dick around. The geezer, as much as we probably hate him and, the snake and everything else, he was, that performance was for me, the greatest individual performance of a West Ham player this season. Not just because of what he did for himself, but what else he did for the other 11 players that were around him on the pitch at the time.
That's just what I was going to say. He dragged the others along with him, didn't he?
And then I've got to say, individually, for a significant number of years, you could go back, like I say, go back as far as Payet in certain games. For me, that was the standout individual performance of the season.
Fair enough. And I happen to agree. For me, my vote went to the Jesse Lingard debut at Villa Park because, as I just said to you there, he not only was it his own personal performance, scoring a brace where he's basically not been played more or less for a best part of a year and a half. He's been kicking his heels at Old Trafford. He rocks up at a West Ham team who were probably overachieving in terms of what we was expected to do at the beginning of the season. Let's not muck around. We were fourth when he walked through the door. No one in their right mind expected us to be fourth. And he's obviously walked through the door, and on debut, not only does he score 2 goals, but he manages to put in a performance that gets the very best out of everybody else. Everything just knitted together absolutely perfectly. The defense, the midfield, the attack, it all worked in sync, and it all worked, and it was pivoted around the performance of Jesse Lingard that day. And Steve has just said in the chat that Lingard gave more to the team than Payet ever did. Now, I know what you're saying, but Payet was something special, but I know what you're trying to say. I think that Payet was more of an individual player, wasn't he? Whereas Lingard was more of a team player. I get what he's saying.
I think the difference was why we played so well at Villa away is Villa were the first team. I think they didn't know how to play against us.
No.
You had Ben Rama Antonio, Lingard, Souček obviously scored that day as well. That tactical genius of Fredericks playing right wing.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Do you know what?
Madness.
Soufal hitting Fredericks for trying to pick Jack Grealish up. The whole performance was was amazing, and I think, like what you said, I think the play, even in training, I think he had one training session before he played or something, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think so.
Like something
it wouldn't have been much.
I think they've. Declan Rice even said it as well. They're probably thinking, "What a player we've got here! Give him the ball and he'll do some damage." And to be fair to him, he's done that in the 16 games he played for us, and hopefully the last game of the season wasn't his last. And I've got my fingers crossed it isn't.
Just keeping on the Jesse Lingard thing, and I know we've obviously spoken, but we'll get this out there for everybody else to again get involved in the live chat. Now, it's Jesse Lingard, it appears, has missed out on the 26-man squad for the European Championships. Now, I was in a group chat this morning, and I happen. Oh, is he going funny again?
Yeah.
Oh, crumbs. Okay.
It's another episode of Power Rangers or something, probably downloading. Oh, he's back.
I'm back. I can see the little Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, go on, carry
on. For me, I happen to believe Jesse Lingard, on a personal level, missing out on England for the European Championships. For him, I'm gutted for him, because I think, yes, I know the last 4 or 5 games for West Ham, he wasn't at the level he was in the first 8 or 9 games. But that level of performance was never sustainable. And even in the last 4 or 5, he wasn't for all of that 5. It wasn't like he was complete rubbish. He was just not at that same level. But even then, he could still put in an assist for the third goal at the Hawthorns in the penultimate game, which obviously saw us over the line. And so I'm gutted. But for West Ham, I'm absolutely cock-a-hoop, and here's the reason why. Number one, he goes to the European Championships, lights it up, his price tag goes up, and there may be a couple of extra clubs that join the queue saying, hey, Jesse Lingard, come to us. Let's say, I don't know, just throwing one out there, maybe Paris Saint-Germain. I'm not saying they're in for him, but let's just pretend, in a world of make-believe, for the sake of a conversation, he has a brilliant tournament and Paris Saint-Germain sit up and go, we'll have him. Well, they've got the money to pay that we can't. They're playing in a Champions League tournament that we're not. It becomes a bit of an exciting proposition for him. I understand that. Or the other thing that could happen is he goes to the European Championships and, God forbid, gets injured, and then the move completely stalls, doesn't happen, and he never comes to West Ham in the first place either. So for me, I actually think that him not going to the European Championships, while on a personal level, I'm gutted for him. For West Ham, I actually don't think it's the worst news in the world. What do you think?
Go on, Andy.
I couldn't agree anymore, mate. I couldn't agree anymore. I've just had a look. I know you shouldn't take no notice of betting agency, but I had Sky Bet. I've just had a look. Other betting apps are available. Jesse Lingard was 3-1 to sign to West Ham. He's now odds on 1-1 to sign for West Ham.
Wow, fingers crossed.
I'm not saying you should take
when he went to training, didn't he? He had the West Ham bag.
That's class, isn't it?
Love that. I love that. Silly little things like that.
He's because he didn't have anything else.
He's got a West Ham bag. Yeah, why not? Okay, so shall we get into it, ladies and gentlemen? I've got gold, silver, and bronze medals to award. So here we go. The moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. In third place for best individual performance, it's Craig Dawson away at Southampton. He was third. Decent performance. Wasn't that his debut?
Yeah, and that's the day he kicked Che Adams in the head.
Well, I think he might have got a couple of extra votes for that, perhaps. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely deserved.
So, Craig Dawson, Virgil van Dawson, the Blue Passport Beckenbauer is the bronze medalist in the best individual performance of West Ham's last season. 2020, 2021. Away at Southampton. Second place, silver medal, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. Is Vladimir Coufal at Aston Villa. Had Jack Grealish in his back pocket, in fairness. He was helped by Ryan Fredericks, but he never got a sniff. He made one of the best players in the Premier League look stupid. Absolutely foolish.
Agreed.
And he was awarded all the votes that we did on social media. We counted them up, and Vladimir Coufal was second. It was a very, very close run thing, I have to tell you, between second and first. But the winner of the best individual performance is, drum roll, gold medalist Jesse Lingard at Villa.
You do realise we're tagging
well
up. We do realise we've got to tag every single player in these awards. See if we get a like. We've got to get a like.
I'm on it. Yeah. We had a like from the other day. John Hutchison, wasn't it?
We did.
Well, I might send them a couple of Freddos. It's all I can these days. It's all like,
should we do a whip round for Jesse? Should we do a whip round for Jesse to have a new watch? I'm sorry, I shouldn't.
I got one of them. I'm getting one of them Mickey Mouse ones that I had when I was a kid.
He can have my Garmin if he wants. I don't mind. I mean,
so Jesse,
I've got to say, that's deserved. Yeah, that's a deserved. And you know what? I mean, Milesy, I know what you said about Bono earlier, and it just seems that we're all. It feels like we're all on the same page, Gatesy. You know, I said there about the fact that we haven't had someone bring us all together as fans for a number of years, like that as an individual. You know, he bagged them 2 goals, and let's not mess around. And I know I certainly don't know about you boys, but I went a bit batshit crazy when he scored them 2 goals. Like, honestly, he was like the second coming of the Messiah. Like, honestly. And you know, David Icke back all them years ago calling himself the son of God. I felt like Jesse could well have been in that game against Villa. So no, it's you know what, for me it's a well deserved it's a well deserved award there. I know he's not going to get nothing out of us unless we come together and we get a full Tremaine little trophy together. Not that he's ever going to accept it.
We could give him a shirt.
Well, I tell you what, individual player of the season on the back of it, number 1. Yeah, cost us a fortune, Milesy, but I like you thinking. But no, it's nice to see that he's got that recognition from that one game. I know, like I say,
if he signs permanently. If he doesn't sign permanently,
indeed.
He can wish that.
If he doesn't sign permanently, then he bumps down and Coufal becomes number 1. Is that simple?
If he doesn't sign permanently, Jesse, you're dead to us. You're dead to us. No, I'm only joking. Even if you don't sign for West Ham, Jesse Lingard, thanks for everything you did whilst you was in a claret and blue shirt. But please put pen to paper, please.
Fuck you now.
Be careful, we're tagging him in this video.
Yeah.
I love you, Jesse.
We love you, Jess.
We might get him on a stream one day. You never know. So we don't want to wind him up too much. So we love you, Jesse. Was it? Oh, bollocks. I can't be bothered. Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, we know, Gatesy. We know.
Yeah. I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, category number 1 of our first award ceremony. Our first award that we've ever given. And it's to Jesse.
35 minutes in. 1 award down.
Now, the next category is the unsung hero. Now, this could be anyone. This could be anyone representing West Ham United Football Club, from David Sullivan right the way down to Doris the Tea Lady and everyone in between. But it's someone that maybe doesn't normally get the credit that maybe other people do, like say a Declan Rice, for example. I mean, he's he's not the club captain, but he's been the captain on the pitch for most of the season. So, Milesy, you've got anybody in mind who might get this award if you was awarding it?
I've got 2. I've got Aaron Creswell.
Okay.
He's been amazing, and he's proved me wrong. I done a fan cam last year, and I said I never want to see it. I think it was the Newcastle game. Said I never want to see him in a West Ham shirt again when he turned his back on that ball to who's that weird player with the long hair, Hendricks, scored the goal.
Oh yeah.
At Newcastle, I said I never want to see him in a West Ham shirt. He just turned away from the ball, looked like he didn't care. Like, I don't want him in a West Ham shirt. I think he must have saw my fan cam, to be honest, and went, I'm going to prove Andy wrong. I'm going to prove him wrong. And
so
what?
You're claiming credit for Aaron Cresswell's renaissance.
Yeah, because I tagged him in on. I actually tagged him on Twitter as well, I think.
Oh my. So you are the reason that Cresswell got 8 assists from left fullback.
I hope he acts you at the end of this video and calls you all the names under the sun, Miles. I really do. I hope he. And I'm gone. I'm back.
I think I got what you meant. But no, I will. And Krez, if I know you say you polish your own boots, but I'll do them for the whole of next season for you if you want me to. I'll do your boots next year. That's my way of apology.
Has he dropped out again?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
But
he's only down the road from me.
But there's another one, Gatesy, and I think a few people may be surprised. And the one for me.
By the way, Milesy, can I just any of you guys in the live chat, if you've got an opinion on this, again, knock yourself out. Let us know and give us your reasons why. We'd be very interested in reasons why. Sorry, Milesy.
And my next one is Kevin Nolan.
Okay.
And when you watch behind the scenes when you do the games, and you just see him heavily involved, and the interview, like what he done with Noble a couple of weeks ago, he just says he has to be. He is like another captain. He's the go-between with the players and the manager as well, and he can. He is basically still a captain at the club, even though he's not playing. If that makes sense. And I've just got a lot of respect for him because I didn't want him to leave.
Thank you, Luke.
But yeah, no. For me, yeah, Kevin Nolan. He's been a huge part of the team, and I know Alan's left, but we can't. No one else can leave. We cannot.
He's still going to be utilised in a consultancy role, from what I understand.
Yeah, but I believe West Ham Fan TV. I believe a couple of other channels as well. I've lost track. This bank holiday weekend, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I thought today was Monday, so you can tell I don't know where I'm at. A few people have said it as well. I'm surprised no one else got promoted already on his coaching staff. Do you know what I mean? Someone like a Stuart Pearce should have become an assistant, and then maybe get someone else, like hire someone else up from the
maybe Kevin
from the
Keane?
community. Do you know what I mean? Someone like that. Promote someone else who's already on the coach. Even Nevin. Promote him, and then bring someone else up through. But where's he come from? Has he been on the coaching staff before Billy? Then has he from the top? Billy McKinley.
Yes, he was on the coaching staff when Moyes was in his first stint.
Oh right, okay, cool. Yeah, no, I couldn't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, no. Yeah. So my two is Aaron Creswell and Kevin Nolan for me. They're my two. What spring to mind straight away for me.
Fair enough. We've got a few people that have obviously put in comments, and there's another one there from Kent. Josh Ewans, West Ham's fitness coach. Our general fitness is so much better than it was, and injury recovery is better. That's worth its weight in gold, isn't it? And to be fair, that's... What the bloody hell was that? This This is live streaming at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, to be fair, this is a guy that an awful lot of West Ham fans probably have never even heard of. You said Josh Mullins. Most West Ham fans would go, who? But,
that's why we've got Ken.
Unsung hero.
Have a clue.
Yeah. Duke, same thing to you. Unsung hero. From Sullivan right the way down to the tea lady and anyone in between. Take your pick.
Well, just in Luke's last comment.
I think this is. I think this is a compliment. I think.
Yeah.
That'll be the last time I'm nice. I'm not too sure that was you being nice in the first place, but
I've got two. I have two. The first one being a non-player, and I say two. It could be any one of the backroom staff, Gatesy, for me. I personally think they've been absolutely outstanding. You could go Nolan, you could go Irvin, you could go Nevin, you could go Nolan, you could go any of the boys there. They've been something else this season. Honestly, they've been hilarious. Something else. So you could take your pick out of any of the backroom team, and they'd all be deserving of it. My other one is a player, and much like Milesy, I think he's gone. I won't say he's gone unnoticed by those that actually watch a game and pay attention, but he's gone unnoticed by those that want an attacking player to play attacking football. And for me, it would be Pablo Fornals. I think the guy has been absolutely outstanding in a role and doing the duties quite unbecoming of an attacking player. Gatesy, you and me spoke off camera, off channel, just about the sort of player that we were getting. And this was when we bought Pablo Fornals. This was before you and me decided to create Forge for Mine. This was before you and me decided to do what we do. And we both discussed that we were getting an absolutely, outstanding talent. This attacking style player that has just dominated the Euros, under 21 Euros. So we thought he was coming in and he was going to be this guy that, was going to set the world on fire, was going to be something else, goals, assists, this magical type of Dimitri Payet-esque type player that we once had, this guy that would have us sitting on the edge of our seats, the guy that would actually have us, dribbling in our popcorn, as it were. But he hasn't been. He hasn't been that player yet this season. I've got to say, I think he's been fucking amazing, Gatesy. He has been something else. Defensively, as a player that is just this outstanding attacking talent to be what he has been in what I would consider the renaissance of Aaron Cresswell. Cresswell has been given another season on top of the one we've just finished because of, in my opinion, someone like Pablo Fornals, who has given him the defensive capabilities of helping him where he's needed help. Where Aaron Cresswell falls down, Pablo Fornals has been there to pick him up. And he has helped Aaron Cresswell with the assists, with everything else that Cresswell has done because of, in my opinion, and it is only my opinion, I'm not expecting everyone else to, tag along.
No.
For me, Aaron Cresswell has had the season he's had because of someone like Pablo Fornals. So for me, Fornals would be my unsung hero. And I think he just about takes it in front of the backroom staff. For me, my opinion, it's not worth a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for me, Fornals just about takes it.
And in answer to you, Luke, yes, that was nice enough, but I actually prefer it when you're a bit of a dick, actually. No, I do. I love him coming on here and chirping off and basically being a bit of a cock, but he's a nice cock. Do you know what I mean? So,
all right, Gatesy, you can't say that live. It's a nice cock. That's for a different channel, Gatesy. That's your other channel.
He's a nice cock. You know, he's a dick.
All right,
whatever.
all right. You keep digging that hole, son. Go on.
I'm gonna stop.
That's on the sausage channel.
So yeah, you carry on, Luke. You carry on calling us 3 words. It's fine. I'm gonna go a guy that's barely played this season, really, and I'm gonna go Mark Noble. I'm gonna go Mark Noble because there was a quote where he's attributed where he's basically said to Moyes, "I'm not gonna be banging on your door, giving it the big un. I'm the club captain. I should be playing. I'm just going to help you to get the best out of the squad, to get the best results that we can. And if that means that I'm not on the starting 11, if that means I'm not even in the squad, so be it." Say what you want about Mark Noble and his playing capabilities at 34 years of age, which we know he's on the wane. That's fairly obvious. I'm not going to make a case to say he should be Hammer of the Year. But what I will say is I think that what he's done to kind of take the pressure off of David Moyes, because I don't know, possibly David Moyes, if without that conversation having happened, could David Moyes have maybe thought, oh, well, I've got to try and play Mark and maybe shoehorn him into a position that is not his and this, that, and the other. And by having that conversation, Mark's just basically taken the pressure completely off of David Moyes and just said to him, look, if you just pick the best 11, if I'm in it, great. If I'm not, then I'll be there to support you. I'll be there to support the lads. I'll just be a supporter if needs be. And for me, that is what a club captain ought to be. If you know that there are 11 better players than you at that moment in time, then you have a responsibility as the wearer of that armband, as the representative of all of the fans in the stand, because that's what he is. That's what he is. He's doing the job that all of us would give our right arm for. He's representing West Ham United Football Club. And not just that, he's got the armband. So he's the top of the tree. Normal services resumed. Cheers, Luke.
God.
I've completely lost my train of thought. I can't lie. Anyway, Mark Noble would get my vote because, like I say, he's just been, he's just said, fine, crack on, pick the best 11. If I'm in it, fantastic. I'll do my best. If not, I'll help you other ways. Not a problem. So for me, it would be Mark Noble. But there's a lot of people I could make a case for. I could make a case, obviously, for Paul Nevin, who's obviously been the brains behind an awful lot of our set-piece goals, and we were the top, I believe, in set-pieces in the Premier League. So he's been a massive part of it. All of David Moyes' backroom staff, every single one. I mean, Dave Billows that was mentioned there, not one of the coaches that gets an awful lot of mentions in the press. When coaches are mentioned, it's usually Kevin Nolan, Paul Nevin, Alan Irvine, Stuart Pearce, yada, yada, yada. Dave Billows is not a name that's mentioned, but we've had a couple of mentions there for him. So, again, a guy that you could make a case for. Now, having said that, ladies and gentlemen, it's now up to me to tell everybody. I've counted all the votes that were put out on social media. Drum roll, please, gentlemen. Bronze medalist in the unsung hero category of the Forged from Iron End of Season Awards is the very man, Mark Noble. He was third. Bronze medalist. The club captain, over 500 career games in claret and blue. And there he is. So, like I say, this is not Mark Noble, the player. This is just Mark Noble being a part of the club and making it to where it is today, this season. What he's done on the pitch, no, obviously you can't make a case for it. But what he's done behind the scenes and helping out and all the rest of it, I agree.
Yeah.
Mark Noble has to be in there, and one of those votes was mine.
Can I just state that, Milesy, I don't know about you, but this is purely for me. I don't actually know the outcome of these polls, so this is all coming to me as an absolute new one. I've obviously been working all weekend, so me and Gatesy have not had as much time to chat as I'd have liked to have done. So this is all coming out as a new one for me. So I don't actually know any of the results. So this is all quite thrilling for me. I've got to say, I'm enjoying the results of these polls that we put out there against you. So tell me, number 2, sir.
Well, the silver medalist in this category of the unsung hero category is, drum roll. Yeah, that'll do. Former club captain, Mr. Kevin Nolan.
Super Kev.
Yeah, fair play.
Kevin Nolan. Doing the chicken dance as I'm sure he's one of the 10 people watching this live. And I'm sure as we speak, he's doing the chicken dance around his front room. I've got the Forge from Iron unsung hero silver medal. Look at that. So
we've just lost one. So I reckon he's dropped his phone, Gatesy, because we're down to 9. So I reckon he's dropped his phone and shit. It's just disconnected. So that might be what it is.
He's dropped it down the toilet.
Probably watching us on the shit.
Good on you, Luke.
Good on you.
I'll tell you what. He knows how to live the high life, doesn't he?
Mm.
Anyway, stay safe, Luke.
He just reminds me of what's the bloody? I forgot the name of this thing with Leonardo in when he makes his own business on Trader. Wall Street.
Oh, okay.
That's who Luke is.
DiCaprio. Yeah. So, here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist, the unsung hero of West Ham United is, drum roll. Who do you think? It is.
Pablo.
No.
Oh!
Stuart Pearce got it. Stuart Pearce got it.
Right.
In fact, it was a fairly close run thing in the end, but Pearce nabbed it by a nose. But Stuart Pearce got over the line. He is
that's hero. Fair play. That's fair play. As I think, as I said, any of the backroom team could have got it, and the fact that 2 out of the 3 backroom team, you could even go as far as to say 3 out of the 3 backroom team took the 3 spots there. It shows you just what goes, essentially how appreciative we are as fans as to what goes on behind the scenes. Because let's not dick around. The whole team work ethic is completely different. From fitness, as Kent mentioned earlier, that the players actually running during a game, so it's hardly surprising that 2, if not 3, of the backroom team took the top 3 spots in that category, mate. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
There we go. So the unsung hero, gold medalist, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the history books now, is Stuart Pearce. Thank you.
Psycho.
So we move on to the next award, which is the most improved player. So, Milesy, if you was awarding this, in your opinion, who has made the biggest jump from the previous season to the season that's just finished?
I think me and Milesy are going to go down the same road here. I think we're going to go down the same road. Go on, Milesy, what you got?
And again, Craig Dawson. Guys in the live chat, tell me your thoughts.
Craig Dawson.
Obviously, we're not there. Cheers, Milesy.
Yeah, he wasn't here the previous season.
but he was playing in the Premier League for a club the previous season, and what he was playing for Watford, he was flipping shocking.
Okay.
And that's fair point.
No, that's cheating. I can't. No, I won't. But I wanted to give him a mention. I wanted to give him a mention. because
Okay.
he proved me wrong. The guy, don't get me wrong, he's had his off games, he's made mistakes, but what footballer, footballers don't. We know he hasn't got no pace, and teams have targeted it. So he's So I just wanted to give him an honourable mention, to be honest. Kent's put the nail exactly on top of the head.
No, you got to choose, Ken. You got to choose. I can't have. Well, maybe we have got joint first place. I can't tell you.
He's got to get the envelope out in a minute.
yeah, golden envelope. I couldn't even afford an envelope. How bad is that?
It's tough times, Gatesy.
Yeah.
No. Creswell.
Come on, Andy.
Creswell.
And the reason?
The amount of assists he's got. What's he got? Has he got 8 and Fornals has got and Soufal's got 7. Highest fullback contribution in the league. We always knew he had that in the locker, his delivery, but we've took it for granted. We really have took it for granted. The amount of every time he whips that ball in, it looks like we're going to score. It really does. And like you said, the backroom staff take horrendous crap. Kevin Nolan, the amount of set pieces. The one what springs to mind in particular was Dawson's at home for Leeds when he just took everyone out the game. That delivery, the way he got that thing, Dawson at the back post. And the one for me which springs to my mind the most is Ogbonna's winner at Leeds away. What a delivery that was! That was on the money. Literally, you couldn't have put it any better. Yeah, well done, Kieran. Yeah. I'm exactly the same. So, in my opinion, if I was giving the award to him now, is my best mate, because he's proved me wrong and I love him very dearly, Aaron Creswell.
The Scouse Roberto Carlos.
Yeah. Calm down. Yeah, Creswell for me.
Your thoughts on the most improved player if you was giving this award?
As I said when you asked Milesy the question, we're going to go down the same road and all day long. It's Aaron Crosswell. See what I did there?
Cross bloody well.
Is it
Crosswell?
He's here all week. He's here all week.
When we signed him, that was a nickname that was banded around in the family chat, West Ham chat that I was in. Aaron Crosswell. And you know what? Listen, yes, you've got to give some credit to Pablo Fornals here, and I know that I can't remember. I'm going back. Fresh said if Cresswell needs help from Fornals, then Cresswell's finished. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that Cresswell's he's been the best left back in the Premier League at all. He's been one of the best assist makers from defence in the Premier League so far this season, and combined with Soufal, listen, they've been absolutely outstanding. But for me, Cresswell, as you said, Andy, the game last season when you said you never wanted to see him in a West Ham shirt again. I don't think any of us disagree with you, mate. So to see him come back this season, and as Ken says there, left centre back, we all know that he doesn't have the pace to play a left back anymore. He can't get up and down that wing. If we could do an NFL thing like the NFL sides did with Gavin Hastings all them years ago, the Scottish penalty kicker. You bring him on to deliver a cross or a free kick or a corner, however it will be. I'm pretty sure we would have coined David Beckham in on that and shoehorned him in somewhere as an international squad. But for me, Aaron Cresswell is there or thereabouts with his delivery. The guy is outstanding, and this season for me has proved exactly that. He has been outstanding, and for me, the most improved player, most improved West Ham player from where we were 12 months ago.
And sorry, I forgot another assist. Antonio's Leicester away. What a ball! Sorry, I forgot that one.
Yes,
It just sprung to mind. I can't forget that one. That
good.
was
in my opinion, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it the hat trick, gentlemen.
Make it a
I
three-way.
completely agree with you.
Nice.
Yeah, three-way dance.
It's gone past 9 o'clock. We can.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cresswell for me, as you say, he was. A lot of people thought he was finished. I'm not too sure if I thought he was finished, but I did think that he was on the decline and that it would be the law of diminishing returns from that point onwards. And he's completely reinvented himself. Although I think an honourable mention has to go, one, to David Moyes for making the very slight tactical tweaks that he's made by putting him at left centre back at times. And even when he's played at left back and he's put Pablo Fornals in front of him, because he knows that Cresswell's pace is not what it once was. And he was never a fullback that was lightning quick. He was never Trent Alexander-Arnold category pace. But even so, his quickness has just sort of like gone down a couple of notches. So to have a guy in front of him that's willing to do the donkey work, the sort of like the unfashionable, the not so sexy, the dark, work, if you will, has helped him tremendously. And if Aaron Cresswell wins this award, and I'm not revealing one way or the other, because it's a public vote, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't me, but if I was awarding it, I would give it to Aaron Cresswell. But I would put an asterisk by that and say that Pablo Fornals and David Moyes deserve an awful lot of credit for that award coming to pass, in my opinion. So there you go. And Warrior agrees that Moyes has played a massive part in the race.
He's done it in his first stint.
Cinderella man.
He done it in the first stint, though, didn't he? He put him centre back.
Yes.
Remember with who was that with? That was with Ginger Rice, wasn't it? That was
I believe so.
Was it mainly with with Ginger Rice?
Was it Rice? Or it might have been Reed.
Put him in. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't. Oh, he played centre back for some time, didn't he? But the one thing what Cresswell's proved is, everyone says it. You don't need to have pace. It's a bonus. But Cresswell's proved everyone wrong. You look like some Luke Shaw, got blistering pace, Chilwell, etc. And he's proved everyone wrong. Yeah, I agree, Kent.
Yeah, and that's a very good point. Again, Stuart Pearce, who obviously got the Unsung Hero award. He was a guy that played at left fullback, and later in his career, he did make the transition to a left-sided centre back. And so obviously he's trod that path before. And he's obviously been possibly a bit of a sounding board for both David Moyes and for Aaron Cresswell about, look, this is what you need to do slightly differently to get the best out of yourself, because, you're the wrong side of 30. And obviously in Stuart Pearce, you can turn around and say, I've been there before. This is a path I've trod. And this is because I think Stuart Pearce, he went into his late 30s, didn't he? I think he was about 37, 38.
He won Hammer a year at 38, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he was. And he then went to Man City, so he might have even been pushing 40 by the time he knocked it on the head. So, Aaron Cresswell's 32? So, who knows? I'm not saying he's going to be here for another however many years, but I mean, he's got a good guy, a good mentor, if you will, in Stuart Pearce to be able to sort of get the best out of him for as long as possible, perhaps. So... But
7 years he's been with us as well, Cresswell. 7 years.
Yeah, no, he's been a good servant to the club.
Who is this Cresswell you speak about? I know of Crosswell, Aaron Crosswell.
Well, there you go.
Do you know what though? Do you know what as well? I think there's someone else who I think who's the most improved player as well for me. Who may be in this evolved is Ogbonna.
Okay.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Not because we know Italians get up better with age, but if you compared Ogbonna from last season to this season, it's totally different, isn't it?
I think the previous season he was in the running for Hammer of the Year, in my opinion. I think he was one of our better players. So I'm not too sure that the jump between Ogbonna the previous season and Ogbonna last season was that big a jump, if you know what I mean. I think
okay.
yes, he's possibly a slight improvement, but whether the jump has been that much of a jump, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But again, listen, it's just my opinion. Like I say,
like I said, I just hope the Scottish.
Yeah, he did pass.
Okay. I mean, the Scouse Roberto Carlos is going to win it anyway, I think.
Well, I couldn't possibly say until we do the big reveal.
I can't wait.
Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. The bronze medalist in the most improved player of the ward is Michail Antonio.
Oh.
Yeah, Michail Antonio got it. The public voted, and they said that in third place it should be Michail Antonio that gets the bronze medal. So there you go. Whether you agree with it or not, it's a public vote, ladies and gentlemen.
Even in my thinking.
One goal more than what he got the season before, but I'm guessing it's probably his runs, what he makes off the ball is definitely improved this season. Like the Lingard goal away to Wolves, he wouldn't have done that the previous season. Yeah. So yeah, I can see where people are coming from.
Yeah.
Yep. Silver medalist, ladies and gentlemen, in this category of most improved player, Pablo Fornals.
Well done, Pablo.
Yeah.
The guy that I says deserves an asterisk. If Aaron Cresswell carries off this particular award, then I think he needs to be given recognition for allowing him to carry the award.
Yeah.
If he carries the award off.
Yep.
Now, does he do it? Because I think everybody said it. Us three have gone Aaron Cresswell. The guys in the live chat, I think most of them have said Aaron Cresswell. But it's a public vote. And, the way they vote sometimes can surprise you, ladies and gentlemen. And the gold medalist in this particular instance was... Of course it was. Couldn't be anyone else. It couldn't be anyone else, ladies and gentlemen. It was...
Well done, Aaron.
The Scouse Roberto Carlos, Aaron Cresswell.
The bouncers froze again.
Or Crosswell, as Duke prefers to call him.
Bouncers froze again.
Have you frozen, Duke? He has.
Yeah.
He's frozen. Oh,
you can't take the excitement too much. It's too exciting.
It's gone to him. And Kent said Oggy has always been a top defender for him, but he knows he has Moyes to trust, so he's vocal, and I didn't notice that till no ground noise. A lot of people have said that. I think Gonzo said that on Hammer's chat, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, what I mean, I'm not trying to dig Ogbonna out. It probably sounded like he did, but do you know what I mean? I just think like he's just like from where he was like the step up. The step up he's done.
I'm going to take that off stream and wait till he comes back. So just hit Control Alt Delete, and if that doesn't work, slap it very, very hard and repeatedly, and then go down to the bar and pour yourself a drink. It's fine.
That's where he's gone. I think that's where he's gone. Really,
I think he has. So, Aaron Cresswell is our inaugural winner in the category of the most improved player from the Forged from Iron Awards night. So, we move on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the next category is... Oh, hang on. I've pressed the wrong button. Not that one.
And we're live.
We are. I can't get the stuff. Signing of the season. Now, this can include loans... And this starts from the end of the previous season. So from the moment a ball was stopped being kicked in the Aston Villa game, the 1-1 draw, the season that we almost went down, the moment that season ended, anyone we signed from that day to the ending of this season, including loans, can be included in this particular award. So that being the case, gentlemen, and I'll go to Milesy first. Who would be your signing of the season? There's been a few good ones.
I don't know. I really don't know. Because you can even include Souček.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
So the three what spring to mind, everyone else has been it. So Soufal, Lingard, and Souček. They're my three.
Okay.
But what order do I do it in?
Give me the pros and cons. Give me the pros and cons of each, and then maybe we might be able to help you.
No, I've done it. I've done it before I change my mind.
Okay.
I'm
Go on.
just doing it. So, Souček in third.
Okay.
The reason why I've picked Souček in third is because I'm not surprised that he's done so well, if that makes sense, because of what he done for us last. Dukes fell asleep. I'm boring him.
Is he frozen again? Yeah. Oh, we got Zippy and George again. That's not a good sign, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with Souček, if that makes sense. Like I said, for what he done last season, for him and Antonio him and Bono probably kept us up last year, to be honest, and obviously Rice, but them. So yeah, so I'm pleased for Thomas, but no, he's in third place for me.
Okay. Second?
Lingard.
Okay. You were hesitant there. Go on. Why would you go Lingard second and whoever you've gone first?
Because in my opinion, we wouldn't have got European football without Lingard. I know it's a team game, but his goals, with Antonio missing, we didn't look like scoring, and Leicester springs to mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, but Lingard, when I say close, like it's like 51% Soufal, 49%.
Literally a fag paper between them.
Yeah, and yeah. Soufal, you don't get in the a lot of people's team of the season because of what he's done. In my opinion, he has been the best right back in the league. So his assists, his work off the ball, but no, literally, like I said, 51% Lingard. Soufal, sorry, and then Lingard 49%.
Yeah,
before I change my mind.
No problem. Duke, your thoughts before your internet gives out.
Right, pound for pound, value for money, all the rest of it. Vladimir, it's Soufal for me all day long. Where are you going to buy that type of player that has made such an immediate impact? Bang, came in, doshed. That's it. What you saw, Vladimir Ronsil, right? Does exactly what it says on the tin. He came in and he did. Pardon me. It's that simple. He came in. He did 5.5 million quid, 5 million quid, pound for pound. The best right back in the world, in regards of stats for cost. And I don't just mean attacking. I mean tackles, interceptions, correct passes, positioning, all down the line. Pound for pound, the best right back on the planet for the last 12 months for what he cost us. And I listen. I'll stand there and I'll argue the toss with anyone that wants to come in and have that conversation. I just think the guy has been. It's been what we've been crying out for as a player. You know. Him and Souček, and it's close. Don't get me wrong; it's close with him and Souček as far as I'm concerned. But for me, you know, you see the way those two are together as players, and you know what? Get ready to see more come out of that country. Get ready to see more come out of Prague. But the simple fact is, those players that we're linked with are going to see just how much these pair are loved by the fans. And when we get back into the stadium from August onwards, fingers crossed, touch wood, all the rest of it, the players are going to stick. You know, Sufal turned around and said, didn't he, the other day that he'd never played in front of a West Ham set of fans, and fuck me, what a feeling. It only gets better, son. It only gets better because you know what? We love a trier, we love a doer at West Ham. We always have done. So
are we going to
yeah,
do
for
a
me,
full Tremaine? Are we going to do a full Tremaine scout tour in
Go on.
Prague, maybe?
Might have to.
Mate, all day long. Where the baseball jerseys, Casey? They might know who we are over there. You never know.
Every possibility. Every possibility. You never know.
Tremaine is going on a European tour.
I'm going to disagree with Kieran.
I think Tim Breaker was.
Tim Breaker.
Probably,
yeah.
No, my mate, Rebka.
Oh no, he didn't hit the ground. He just hit opposition players.
Still counts.
No, he literally was it red cards in his first two of his first
2
four
red cards
games.
in his first 3.
Yeah, he was something else, and he also decided to try and rearrange the face of who was the Ipswich goalkeeper in the playoffs when he hit that cross. Yeah, didn't he? Christ Almighty, Kelvin Davis. He's still suffering. He still has flashbacks from that cross-come shot that smacks him straight in the movie. And I'd like to point out, I got likened to Big Tommy R, to the rep.
Oh, you did. Yes, you did.
By a player that played alongside him for a few games and also scored in Repka's last game against Fulham, if I remember rightly. I got likened to Tommy Repka. So, I love Big Tom just as much as I love Vlad. So, for me, signing of the season would be Vlad the Impaler.
And if anybody's wondering, the player that Duke was referring to that called him Thomas Repka was Anton Ferdinand. He has told the story before, but if you haven't heard it, it's Anton.
Go back and watch the video. I ain't doing it again.
Yeah. So
love Anton. What a lad.
Yeah, again, in my opinion, and yes, it is a tough. You know, there's some bloody good candidates. To be fair, you could, as Kieran said, you could mention Dawson. You've obviously already mentioned Sufal, Souček, and Lingard. For me though, pound for pound, £5.4 million for a guy that's never set foot out of his homeland. You know, as far as representing a football club's concerned, and he stepped into the Premier League, and it was like he'd been playing it his entire days.
Yeah,
he was absolutely outstanding, and he made, as I said earlier, he made one of the best players, the most informed players at the time in the Premier League, in Jack Grealish. All right, in tandem with Ryan Fredericks, again, it has to be said, but he just put him in his back pocket, made him look absolutely ineffective. No mean feat. No mean feat, because there's been many, many right fullbacks and left fullbacks, because obviously Grealish tends to drift around, but mainly right fullbacks that Jack Grealish has had on a bit of string and has made them look stupid. He didn't do that to Vladimir Sufal. If anything, Vladimir Sufal made Jack Grealish look stupid and had him on a bit of string.
Another game what springs to mind for Sufal was Aston Villa, Man City at home.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought he had a great game.
Yeah. No, to be fair, he's like I say, 28 years of age when we picked him up, and 5.4 million, and you're like, my goodness, the value that he's brought, absolutely astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Just getting this comment up from Kent. Repka wasn't the great tactical footballer defender. He gave me kittens. He was a great character, and there are not many about anymore.
Yeah,
that's true. They're all most of the footballers now, because I suppose they've the media department get into them, and you can't say this and you can't say that. And back in the day when we had people like Frank McAvenny, who Gio had on Hammers Chat, and if you haven't seen it, any of you, go and watch it. Honestly, it's really good. Back in the day, you had characters, and they were mavericks. Frank McAvenny. He'd be going out with Paige Freebirds. He'd be on the lash, and then he'd go out, and score a hat trick.
Listen, you ain't going to argue with that, are you? Let's be honest.
Characters like that don't exist, but
you mean three women,
track,
yeah? You mean three women
sorry?
at the same time? Is that what you mean by
he would. Women? He would. They'd all be Page 3 girls. They wouldn't be no swamp donkeys. They'd be, proper, like, nice bit of.
Proper what?
Crumpet.
Proper. I won't lie to you, mate. You sounded so creepy. Oh my days.
That was the point. But yeah, for me, Vladimir Coufal, in my opinion, has been signing of the season.
We've got another 4 hours.
There've been some good candidates, but I think it has to go to Coufal. I mean, if he'd have been signed for 30 million, then you might have said, well, to be fair, you've signed a 30 million pound player. That is what he should have been producing. But a £5 million pound player, good God. So. Okay, we've all given our opinions, and you guys in the live chat have given yours, and thank you for that. But now we come to the moment of truth. So, the signing of the season, including loans, bronze medal position. May I have a drum roll, gentlemen?
I can't because I've got noise cancellation in my thing. So.
Well, that's just not an acceptable excuse. This is an awards ceremony. I'm working with amateurs.
Okay.
Third place. Thomas Souček.
Well done, Tom. Love you,
big
mate.
check. I mean, the amount of aerial duels that guy won this season was shocking.
That
I think
Burnley
there's
one,
teams
wasn't
in
it?
the Premier League that didn't. Yeah, I think there's teams in the Premier League that have not won as many duels in the air as he has. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely ridiculous. But so Thomas Souček gets the bronze medal in the signing of the season category. So that means we have the silver medal to award now. So the silver medal, drum roll. That's better. See, you can do it. It's Jesse Lingard. He gets the silver medal.
Well done, Jesse.
So everybody in the live chat more or less has said Coufal. Milesy, Duke, and I have all said Coufal, but again, this is a public vote, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Randolph, isn't it?
I can't influence them. No, I was going to say it was Ben Rama. Just to wind people up. Hand grenade.
I was enjoying this award ceremony.
No. It is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. Vladimir Coufal.
Yeah.
Well done.
Had to be.
Well deserved.
Couldn't
was it
make
close?
a case for it being anyone else. No.
Okay,
it was absolutely not close at all. In fact, he was a very distant first from the player in second, which was obviously Lingard, and Lingard was a fair amount ahead of Thomas Souček, in fairness. So there was all a bit of daylight between the three of them. But Vladimir
Coufal, top
for me,
I got it right.
Yeah. To be fair, I think if you'd have sat down and thought about it, it's like, well, who else? I mean, the only one that possibly you could have made a case for was maybe Craig Dawson, maybe, but nobody else you could really sort of make an argument for, could you, to get ahead of those three?
No.
So there you go. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is that award done and dusted. So we move on. Next one is the best team performance. So now there was quite a few matches. I mean, you've obviously got 38 Premier League games, and we won half of them. And even certain games that we drew, like the 3-3 game at Spurs, you could say was a good performance. Even the defeat at the Etihad, you might even turn around and say was a good team performance, although not the result. But the team performance, I think you could be very proud of. There was a couple of games that I put out there, just to give you a flavour of what I put out there, just to sort of jog your memory. The last game of the season where we actually confirmed we were getting Europa League, the 3-0 home win against Southampton. You know, we had 10,000 fans there to crank up the atmosphere. I put that in the mix. The away win at Everton. Winning 1-0. I mean, Everton have, going to Goodison Park, normally it's like, well, I don't normally get too much there traditionally, but went there and got 3 points. The game at Elland Road, the 2-1 win. 2-1 win. That was on the list. The home win against Spurs, 2-1. That had to be in there, didn't it? Got to put that in.
Yeah.
Jesse scoring the goal, and they do the band and all that. Get the 3 points. Also, the 4-0 home win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That was in the list. First win of the season. Absolutely tore them a new one. Also on the list was the away win at Leicester, 3-0, which came in the following game to that. Then we also had the 3-3 draw at Spurs. I mean, for me, I don't know about you. Personally, I don't think that was the best team performance. It was probably the best team performance for 8 minutes, the last 8 minutes. The previous 82, I'm not too sure about, but it was in the list, and people did vote for it. And the last one was the 3-1 win at Villa Park. So there was a lot of things that people could get out there. So you guys in the live chat, if there's a match that any of you guys out there that are like, well, there was a game that wasn't on that list that I think was actually our best team performance. Even if it's a draw, or even if it's a defeat, make your case, put it in the live chat, we'll get it up. Milesy, talk to me.
There's only two what springs to mind for me for this one. Leicester away. I literally think, because that was a great team performance for 90 minutes. 90 minutes we were sensational. The Leicester, I know they had that goal disallowed at the end, but I don't think any defence would have stopped that goal personally, if I know it was ruled out for offside. So yeah, that one. And the close second for me is the Etihad.
Okay.
Is the Etihad for me, and I still have nightmares of that Diop chance in the last second.
Yeah.
If that was Souček or Dawson or Bonner, even Antonio.
Or you.
Yeah.
Or my nan.
That's a gut. Yeah, so the Etihad, because literally, I'm not gonna lie, I was shitting myself for that City game. I thought they were going to be so fired up, and we just gave them a lesson that day. We proved that we were a top 6 side. So yeah, for me, Leicester because of the goals as well. I thought all 3 goals were amazing, and Man City away because we deserve. I thought we should have won that game. Not only a draw. I thought we should have won that game.
Should have at least got a point. At least.
Yeah.
Minimum.
So yeah, I like I said, I know it's a team game, but I think if Fabianski was in goal, we would have won that game because both the goals I think Fabianski would have saved. So yeah, for me, honourable third would have to be Spurs at home because it's them. But I thought we were clinging on at the end, and the Declan Rice interception and the post and you name it. But no, I'm going to lock my licence in, Gatesy. my answer's in. Tottenham
Final
third.
Answer?
Yeah. Tottenham third.
Friend.
No. Yeah. So Tottenham third, Man City second, Leicester first. Final answer.
Yeah. And Kent makes the point that you've made. If Fabianski plays at Man City, we win. So I find it difficult to argue too much against that, if I'm being honest. Or at the very least, I could say if Fabianski plays at Man City, we don't lose.
Yeah.
At least, like I say. So, and then Kieran makes the point, Newcastle away, going 2-0 down. A man down showed great heart and team spirit, what we were missing under Pellegrini. Yeah, Yeah, you could make that argument, Kieran. I take that point completely on board. Duke, your thoughts?
I mean, listen, there are so many games in this season that deservedly could be mentioned in this category. I'm going to mention the Arsenal game, second game of the season.
Yes.
I forgot about that
I just thought the team was good. And listen, we deserve something out of it. Be all and end all. I think that was a game that essentially kick-started our season. So I think that we because off of the back of that came, was it the Leicester and then the Wolves game in that order? Was it? Yeah. So
yes. No, it was Wolves then Leicester.
Wolves and Leicester. So on the back of a defeat against Arsenal, where I felt we deserved even more than a draw personally.
Yeah.
We push on and we get two results that, let's be honest, none of us really gave us the intention of. Stand out for me would be the drive and the desire to get back in the 3-3 Spurs game. I love that for the atmosphere that it created in my pub. To be honest with you, it was absolutely electrifying. It was brilliant.
Was there beers being thrown?
I nearly threw one, if I'm honest with you, and I was working. I was literally delivering a drink to a guest. There was a West Ham fan around the corner when the second one in, and he nearly wore it. It was something else. The Spurs game at home. Like you said, we were holding on. We were struggling. Southampton, and for me, it's really difficult to pinpoint a single performance in this season that really does stand out more for what was kind of a catalyst for what became the season that we had. Really was Arsenal at the Emirates. I know we lost, and I get that.
Yeah.
But for me, it showed we could play. It showed me that we had everything it took to be able to mix it, to be there, to deserve to be there. And as the season went on, the games against City that you've mentioned, Andy, I don't disagree with Fabianski were in goal. Do I think we'd win? Maybe not. Do I think we'd get a draw? Most definitely.
Yeah.
So it showed, those two games really showed me that we were there or thereabouts with regards to being able to mix it. It showed me that it was very much a chance that we could be there. And then as the season went on, it showed me what I believed was correct, and we deserved to end up where we ended up. So for me, Arsenal would be first. I'll go with Spurs 3-3 second, and I will go with the City draw. The City defeat as my third one.
Okay.
Like it.
I think my vote went to the away game at the King Power Stadium, the 3-0. That was my first vote. I think second for me would be the Wolves game. And third, I think the Palace game away. I think
Scott's
it was
I forgot about
Scott.
that.
I think Scott said, hang on, I think it was Scott. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, there
it was. Yeah.
It was a 3-2, but if Antonio had had his shooting boots on, he'd have had a hat trick easily. And yeah, we probably would have won. Maybe 5-6-7-2. Who knows? We literally tore them to shreds, and how we only won by one goal is still something of a mystery. So I would probably have the Palace away game in third place, but I would go Leicester away, the 3-0 win as my performance of the season, with closely followed by the Wolves game and then followed by the Palace game. So, but again, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, what's this? Hang on. What's he saying? That's what he's saying. Well, I'm saying nothing. I'm keeping quiet. I'm pleading the fifth. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. Best team performance. Again, this is a public vote. These were the matches I put out. People voted. We actually had quite a good response to this one. This was really got people talking.
Yeah.
So, third place team performance was bronze medalist. Ta-da! The 2-1 win at Elland Road, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, fair play.
Picked up the third most amount of votes. So, and to be fair, that was a fairly dominant performance as it goes. So that was the one that got. Yeah, I remember it. So, is it a bit warm there, Mr. Duke?
Oh, I'm toasting my testicles up, Mr. Gates. I really am.
Oh, that's too much information. Really is too much information.
Shaken, not stirred.
Hang on, what's this? Foe's getting involved now. Yet to see our best team performance. Triple H hasn't started yet. Listen, we're gonna get him on the stream one day. Don't you worry about that. My people are talking to his people, and you know it may well happen. So let's keep that in reserve.
Cheers, everyone.
Good shout. Baller should have had. Yeah. He should have. So, but second place, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2-1 home win against Spurs.
Yep, I agree with that.
Again, it was a pretty good performance, in fairness. Now, we're down to the final one. Gold medalist performance of the season was, drum roll, the game at the King Power, 3-0. 3-0. We followed up, obviously, a 4-0 win at home to Wolves. And then the following week, went to Leicester and absolutely tore them a new one. And as far as the stats were concerned, they didn't manage a shot on target. Jamie Vardy and all the rest of them, a team that for most of the season were in a Champions League position, a team that won the FA Cup. We tore them a new one. Absolutely.
Indeed. We were good that night as well. Yeah.
Very good.
I forgot about that one. I forgot about that game.
Did you?
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? Like, if you tried to we tried to do this award this season before, we wouldn't have had flipping no chance. Nah. Would we, really?
And Luke says, loudest bottle opening in history, Milesy. Congratulations. I think it might well have gone into the Guinness Book of Records. Is it the bottles of Red Stripe? You still got Red Stripe, have you?
Yeah, I'm on my last one.
I'm all out. The wife's gone out to pick the son up, who's downstairs with you, Duke.
Well, tell him to bring Duke a pint up.
Yeah. Come on upstairs, please, George. Come on, son. Oh,
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fellow family pets, here we are. This is the main event of the evening. Hang on. This is the main event. Nah, bollocks to that. So, this is the Hammer of the Year. All right, it's not the Hammer of the Year. It's not the official club Hammer of the Year. It's the Forged from Iron Hammer of the Year. But I just couldn't be asked to put the Forged from Iron Hammer of the Year, so I've just put Hammer of the Year. Whatever. If they want to sue me, they can. You know.
FFI.
Yeah. Stuff them. Whatever. It wasn't their reward in the first place. It was the supporters clubs. So I couldn't care less. So there was a few candidates again that I put out on social media. By the way, Mr. Ven's asking, what are you drinking?
Like he says, full of emptiness, Gatesy.
Yeah.
It was Coors Light.
Not a bad choice. Red Stripe, tasty lager. I've never said it to Milesy. I've never actually had Red Stripe. And what do you mean I've lost the plot? I never had the plot to lose in the first place. Behave yourself.
Very true.
Yeah. Anyway. So there was a couple of people that I put out on social media that could have had a case to be in the running for Hammer of the Year. The shortlist contained Michael Antonio,
Yes.
Aaron Cresswell, Jesse Lingard, Craig Dawson, yeah, Declan Rice has to be in there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Angelo Ogbonna,
Yeah.
Thomas Souček,
Yeah.
and Vladimir Coufal. So, this is the main event. So, Mr. Miles, again, if you were giving this award to Hammer of the Year in a season that we exceeded all expectations, we finished 6th with 2 games still to left in the season. We were mathematically possible, if improbable, we could have qualified for Champions League, and we've ended up 6th and qualifying for the Europa League. We've taken 4 points off of Spurs. We've taken 6 points off of Leicester, 6 points off of Wolves. How can you pick a Hammer of the Year?
Can we do what Coufal said and put the Hammer of the Year in every single person who's contributed gets a little piece of it? Can I do that as an answer, please?
Nope. Sorry. Gonna have to put you on the spot, mate. Gonna have to put you on the spot. Gonna have to choose. And I appreciate it's a bit like trying to, choose your favourite child. But there it is. You're gonna have to choose.
Sorry.
That's why you earn the big bucks.
So my 3 is pretty much like Souček 3rd.
Okay.
Declan Rice 2nd.
Okay.
Because he's been amazing. I don't know how many games it was. What was it? 33 games as captain, 32, something like that. Yeah, he's been amazing. But the reason, because we didn't do young player, I wanted Deck to get one. If we done young player of the year, I would have gave it to Deck, and then that would have been fair. But no, like what Kieran said, there's no other looking of Vladimir Coufal. He's, yeah, I don't know what I'm lost for words for what we've said everything what we loved about him, and nothing's really changed. But yeah, no, Vladimir Coufal for me, and he wins it quite comfortably in my opinion. So yeah,
okay.
Vladimir
Mr. Duke,
Coufal.
over to you on that one.
Well, it's difficult because, like Miles just said there really are, for me, 3 clear contenders, and one of them does include Jesse Lingard, which is or for Scott, I can't get Ogbonna in the top 3.
He probably would have been if he hadn't have got the injury, though. That's the sad thing, isn't it? It's not because of his performance. It's because he missed, a month or 2 of the season.
I'm going to rattle them off. I'm not going to give myself time to think. I'm just going to go all in. If you boys can hear me, can you hear me?
Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't think you can hear me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we can.
I'm not going to rattle off
Yes,
to no
we
one.
can. We can. Yes, we can.
Oh,
yes, Duke.
I've got movement.
Yes,
okay.
We can hear you.
Fantastic. So, for me, Declan Rice 3rd.
Okay.
Vladimir Coufal 2nd.
Ooh.
Big Tom.
Big Tom,
number 1. Souček wins it for me. Those goals that he scored from midfield He's just been outstanding for me. So that's where I'm at. Big Tom number one, Vlad second, Deck third. There are several others that could have been there.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Really? Oh, for
Really?
Christ's sake. Oh, my God. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Here he comes. Hang on. He's back. He's back.
Anyway, yeah. So Deck third, Vlad second, Big Tom first. And you know what? If any of those three pick it up this season, as in, the actual Hammer of the Year trophy, all three of them are deserving, as I say, honourable mentions to the likes of Antonio. He's got close now, if you will, to, Premier League goal scorer for West Ham. Dawson had a fantastic run of, a number of games. Ogbonna was fantastic. It's difficult, but for me, those top three are top three for me in that order. If it comes out some other way, then so be it. But I'll take it.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think again, if I'm pushed on who I think, I would probably have Declan third. I would have Thomas Souček second, and I would have Vladimir Sufal first. If I was giving the bronze, gold, and silver out, I just want to take issue with Luke. Like Eurovision, he says. What was that one that Sam Fox and Mick Fleetwood hosted probably about 30 years ago? That was an absolute shambles. It was some music.
We're not quite there.
No, but we're getting there.
This is like Gates is like James Corden when he cuts the Dell off.
Oh dear. Right. So, moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. 1 hour and 47 minutes of entertainment that we've given you. So here it is. The Hammer of the Year.
Drum roll?
I would.
Are you doing third, second, or first, or are you just going straight in?
Third place. Bronze medal in the Hammer, forged from irons, Hammer of the Year. Public vote, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't me. This isn't Duke. This is the public. Voted. Bronze medalist was Aaron Cresswell. Aaron Cresswell got bronze. Again, public vote. Nothing to do with me.
But go on. No, I'll take it.
1986? It was the Brits. The Brits, yes. And Kent's confirming that as well. That
was your 30th birthday, Gatesy, wasn't it?
Shut up.
Obvious.
Shut up. You've got a butler. Jeez. My word, you live such a decadent lifestyle. Anyway, so Aaron Cresswell got the bronze medal.
It's like a thingy in Fresh Prince. What's his name?
Jeffrey.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah, Jeffrey.
That's what he looks like. That's what.
He had a better suntan, in fairness. So.
Oh my god.
Well, no, he had I'm just saying he wasn't pale like me. But he wasn't. So, anyway, silver medal.
Well, she's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Just, I look nothing like the geezer. Anyway,
silver
medal.
Second.
Silver medal is... We had a tie. Couldn't split them. It was a dead heat. So silver medal was shared by Declan Rice and Thomas Souček. That's the reason why Cresswell got the bronze.
Well done, viewers.
So, who got the gold?
Clearly obvious.
Yarmolenko.
Well, I was going to say Anderson.
Yarmolenko.
Dear, oh dear. That's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to bother with a drum roll because you probably knew who it was. It had to be him, didn't it?
He deserves it.
Vladimir
Let's not mess
Coufal.
around.
Three awards tonight. 3 awards tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't done bad.
Listen, when a player comes in and does, and let's be honest, Coufal has done exactly that. He's come in and he's done. He's not just done his job, but he's done it with a passion. He's done it with a pride of wearing that shirt. He's done it with everything that we'd want from him. That we love about a player. Oh, Fever rigged it. Am I here? Am I gone? Am I about?
You're there.
Am I
Yeah,
somewhere?
no, you're there.
Is my internet the worst?
Keep talking.
Am I on
Keep talking.
Talk Radio?
We can hear you.
Keep talking.
Just keep
Good.
going.
No, what I was going to say is he's coming. He's done everything that as a fan we want. Oh, I can't. It's that one. I can't. He's coming. He's done.
Oh,
He's been one of us.
God's sake.
He's been one of us. He's done a job that we all would love to do. So I can't knock the fact that as a poll on ours that he's won it. So no, fair play to him. I absolutely love him. It's not a surprise to me that he got there. So long may it continue with these boys. Coufal, Deck, Souček. Long may it continue that we continue this absolute blinding, this blinding feeling that we have, and hopefully we can grab young Adam, and young Adam can come in and join the party. If not, then Thema, we'll get him in. He can join the party. It looks like Alex Kroll, whatever his fucking name is, he will be part of the the Czech brothers next season. So fingers crossed. Let's hope for a really good one again next season. I know we've got the Euros to play into, and Gatesy Milesy will do some bits going forward for that. But fingers crossed. We're bringing a couple of. I just love their work ethic, boys. I don't know about you, chaps, and the guys in the chat.
What time do you call this, Happy Hammerette? We started at 8 o'clock sharp.
Yeah, but she's
been on the piss.
Let's not
She's
take
been
her
on the
around.
piss.
Listen, she could be turning up tomorrow morning and we'll still be going. Let's not mess around. Right?
She's been on the piss. Leave her alone.
I might let you off.
Long may it continue. We get a couple more of these Czech boys in because they seem to have a work ethic, a drive, a desire. Hlosek, Thema, Kroll,
Daka.
the young goalkeeper.
Daka.
I love Paxton Daka.
We're going to get Daka. We're going to get Daka. We're going to get Daka. We're going to get him.
If we get Daka, I will be so happy. Stop the count.
Sorry.
Stop the count. Daka, Wamangituka. I can't think of who the other lad is.
He's got a cruise ship at the minute, hasn't he, Wamangituka?
Hey, listen. In this day and age, and I've said this on to the boys the other day in the chat. Nowadays it doesn't matter, Gatesy. One of those injuries isn't the be all and end all that it used to be 10, 15 years ago.
No, true.
An ACL that finished ACL that would have finished Gascoigne's career then certainly wouldn't finish Gascoigne's career now with the advances in medical and surgery. So, as much as we say that he's had that injury, for me, not the end of the world. Lanzini's had that injury, and for me, I thought Lanzini had a blinder against Burnley, and might just have saved Moyes a significant amount of cash. So, fingers crossed. But no, looking forward to the Euros. Not quite sure what Southgate's playing at with his Euro team. but this is a West Ham one, so onwards and upwards for next year. Europa League winners, I'd like to see our name on it next year, and if that's the case, just avoid relegation, win the FA Cup, win the League Cup. Everyone's happy, right?
One thing I want to add as well is what Scott said, and I actually do believe that. I do think Ben Rama's going to be in the top 3. Right, he's going to be up there for Hammer of the Year next year. I've just got that feeling. I think he's going to tear the. No, listen. The Europe apart. I didn't say Premier League. Europe.
Friends, Ben Rama friend.
Best friends forever.
Let's not go there.
Hey, George, I see you in the background. Good job today, son.
George, your boss said you did well. There you go. That's not bad. Look at that.
Just to answer Kieran, it's actually that's a proper Bowie knife. It's actually look. It's actually a proper. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually a proper James Bowie knife. It was given to me by one of my regulars in my pub. Actually, he gave it to me as a gift. So
he didn't. As a gift. Oh, I was going to say he didn't sort of like give it to you that way.
No, he didn't. He
sort of pulled it out
insert it into me, Gatesy, whichever whatever that may be. But no.
You got Man of the Match award.
Yeah, he does it, Big Andy.
Hold on. How many buttons has he been pressing? All he's to do is do a drum roll. I've been pressing all these buttons, for God's sake.
That's all I'm saying.
Give. I will do it. If you give me the buttons, I'll do it one evening. I'll let you sit down.
You do it for a job, don't you, to be fair?
Yeah.
That's not a knife. Just to comment on Luke's one there. I would have done probably 4 or 5 years ago. I think he's another not David Bowie knife. I just think he's another talent of his career, like Fabianski is now. We've got to go out and we've got to maybe sign. I love the idea of Johnson. He's a young lad.
Where's my dinner?
Where's your dinner? In the dog. I'd love to think that
cottage pie, homemade.
We've got a chance of, if we can get Johnson next season, we're bang on.
Fair enough.
Well done.
There you go. No, happy. I've not been to a wedding. It's an award ceremony, so we're looking.
His own.
I've been to a wedding. Duke's been to a funeral or a court hearing. Milesy's out on the pool.
Well, if he is, he ain't going to pull much, is he? Look at him.
Oh, hang on. What's this? He's
in all fairness.
That's uncalled for.
In all fairness, he's been polishing the balls under the table since the video started. So,
Gatesy, just go foul and a miss.
Unbelievable. I'm just speechless. Okay, well, now there's 14 people watching live. Could you 14 do us a massive favour? 12 now, just as I say that. That's ridiculous. 12 of you. Do us a favour. Drop a like on the video. Drop a like on the video. It helps tremendously. Okay? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and you can get more of this nonsense going on in your life. And if you hit the bell icon, a wonderful thing will happen. And as and when Duke and I upload any new content, you'll be notified straight away. Thank you very much indeed for joining me tonight, Duke. It's been nice to see you.
It's been lovely to be on, mate.
Couple of days.
I'll be honest with you, mate. It's been lovely to be on. I mean, listen, we've got the next video up on Thursday. Chances are at about 5 to 8 when we're due to go live, I'll be called downstairs because they can't manage to do what they need to do, and I'll end up having to work after writing out and doing all my commentary bullshit. But No, at the moment, I'm looking forward to being there for Friday, for Thursday for the Hammer time. I'm looking forward
We've
to
got
tomorrow
another
night.
special guest. We've got another special guest.
We have.
I'm looking forward to that because I'm not privy.
Spoilers.
I'm not privy to the special guests anymore because you lot don't even want to, involve me anymore.
You've been sent the email. You haven't checked. Clearly.
Listen. It comes from you. I've blocked them all.
All right. Okay,
if they come from Andy, then I'll read them. I like Andy.
Oh, that's
I'm hoping my video stopped. Shit, what'd you say? Sorry, what was that? I was having a conversation with someone else. What was wrong?
Over.
Unbelievable. Well, thanks for that, Scott. Do appreciate it. And also, Foes dropped a like on the video. As I say, any of you guys.
And congratulations for, the last time I checked, 372 subscribers.
Yes. Not bad. As I say, on our way to 400, guys. So, it's getting ever closer.
I don't need to do that till Friday, Scott. That's Friday morning. Hammerette, that's exactly what it is. Gatesy loves to do his commentary bullshit. That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
Aldi Martin Tyler.
Yeah. And to be fair, you could always just turn the volume off, mute it.
Yeah, but then all we see is you making your sex faces. That's all we see. So no one wants to see that, Gatesy. Apart from me.
But you don't see me on the commentary. It's just the footage. You don't see me.
Oh yeah, fair point.
There you go.
No, we did see you on the original versions, didn't we?
Yeah, the first couple I tried, but then I thought
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, no, that's fine, Luke. We don't really care whether you meant it or not. Just put a like on the bloody thing. I'm not asking you to mean it. Just like it.
And
I know, Happy. I know.
And we've finally booked out for a few people with special guest on Hammer Time. So if anyone wants to go, probably after year 2000, get in quick before it goes.
Yeah.
Get in quick before it goes.
Get in. Any of you want to join in, guys?
Go on.
No, crack on.
I was going to say, for anyone who wants to join, Gatesy and Andy on Sunday will be heading down to my neck of the woods once again. Gatesy, chuck up the postcode, son. They're going to be visiting my pub on Sunday, probably about 5 o'clock. So if any of you are around and want to come
got loads of banners here now.
Hurry up, son. We ain't got all day.
It is. There it is. It's there.
They're going to be coming down to that wonderful place on Sunday, which, if my memory serves me right, England are playing. So Gatesy might be sat up the back end of the garden with Andy because they haven't booked a table near the front end of the garden where the football's going to be. But if anyone wishes to join us
now, then
we're getting there, mate. It ain't far off because obviously everyone has to be set down for the Euros, doesn't it? So come on down. If yes, Happy.
5 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, hold the phone. What's Happy on about? She says my pub, and then she said you should come to my pub. Is she talking about me saying you should come to my pub, or has Happy got a pub?
Where was it?
What's she talking about? What's going on?
You got a pub, Happy? Well, you was first I've heard.
If she might be taking the piss out of me and my pub. Listen, if you want to come down to my pub,
I think she's got a boozer.
I want to know where her boozer is now.
Yeah,
I'm
curious.
Hurry up in the chat, girl. Come on.
Let us
We're
know.
waiting.
We're
going to
sit
here. We ain't going nowhere now.
No,
we ain't going nowhere yet until we get the information back. Now, don't laugh in faces. We want information, girl. Come on.
No. Book a table. What day's the first England game then, Duke?
The Euros would be the 13th.
The Euros, not the friendly.
The Euros. I'll tell you what we'll do. Hang on.
Sunday the 13th, 2 o'clock.
Right. I'm going to open up a separate webpage, and I'm going to log into my company booking system for the 13th and see what I have available for you beautiful people if you want to come down to my pub. 13th.
I've got a page. Hang on. Book your 13:30 table, 16:30 table, or 19:30 table. It says.
Yeah, don't take no notice of that, mate. Don't take no notice of that. So I've got garden tables only for the 13th, which is obviously the first game. Then we've got the 18th, which is the Friday night. I've got a few tables left over for that, inside and out. And then
you got a new TV outside.
Yeah, I've managed to get it sorted, mate. They fixed it for me.
Oh.
And then the final game, I don't know what day the final game is, actually. 22nd, is it, maybe?
22nd, 8 o'clock.
So the first England game's the 13th, did you say? Sunday the
13th.
13th?
I've only had I've got 2 tables booked out, 3 tables booked out for the third game. Most of them have gone for the first game, and I have still got a few left for the second game. And it'll be the garden will be already
what's the
at
kickoff?
8 o'clock. I think it's 8.
Czech Republic, 8 o'clock. Oh, sorry. Croatia, 2 o'clock on the Sunday the 13th. Scotland, 8 o'clock on. Yeah, Scotland, 8 o'clock on the Friday. And then 4 days later on the Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Czech Republic.
Right, so I'm booking a table for lunchtime.
Let me do it now for you, Gatesy. When do you want it?
13th. Oh, okay.
13th.
Well, just for the.
I'll do it here for you. It'll be easier. So it's only going to be garden tables.
Look, here he goes, chucking stones and arrows in my direction as usual. Just because I'm an easy target, dressed up like a butler.
So, oi, Robert, talk to me.
Jeffrey,
don't you start.
What time is the first game? 2 o'clock. Right. I've only got tables in the garden, Gatesy. Do you want a table in the garden? I'll reserve you one.
If it's near a telly that works this time.
Of course it's near a don't start.
I remember what happened last time.
102. I can give you 103 in the garden, Mr. Gates. Let's do this while we're live.
Yeah, that'll do.
Would you like that 1:15, sir?
Yeah.
1 o'clock.
That'll do. Whatever time. I mean, so long as it's before the football starts, I'm happy.
How many of you?
Book it for all 6. And if the missus wants to come with the kids, whatever.
If not, Gatesy will drink and run by himself.
Yeah.
444, your phone number ending, Gatesy, yeah?
Oh, look who's turned up. Late as usual, Mr. Bowden.
Send him the link. I want to see him. Let's see him. See if he can say it to his face.
Hang on.
Rob, does your phone number end in 444?
Yes.
103 and 105. Mr. Gates in the garden. There we go. You're all booked in, sir.
Yeah.
So you booked us a table for Sunday?
2 tables in the garden. Book you a table for Sunday. Listen, boys, I am sweating out here.
He's asking, is there a B&B nearby?
There's actually a Premier Inn just down the bottom of the hill, Gatesy.
There is. You're right.
Hotel, motel, Premier Inn.
Go on, sir.
Other hotels are available, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Gatesy, what time are you boys going to be here? About 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock?
What, Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
5.
about that.
Yeah, about that. Gatesy, you don't do anyone any favours, do you? Yeah, about that.
We'll get there at the same time. I'll pick Gatesy up.
I'm booking it for 4.
Surely I don't have to worry about this. I know the manager.
Right? It's always good like that. But the manager's a legend. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't looking at the screen, so whatever anyone is saying, I can't see nothing, so I'm still trying to book these Herberts in. All right, you're booked in. Job done. Yeah, sorted.
Hey.
Easy.
I have put the StreamYard link out there for Mr. Budden, but he's conspicuous by his absence.
He doesn't want to associate with a 2-bit cab or something like this.
He's probably... Is he still in the Globe? That's probably where he is.
Is he
still in
the doghouse or something that he's done wrong?
For Flo's birthday, he had the Globe in his garden, didn't he? I think.
I saw that.
The igloo. He had the igloo. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, that looked pretty good actually. And the ice cream man. So
he's not going to join, is he?
There you go. No, he's not. He's not. He's going to wimp out on us. So shall I do my sign out? Oh,
Do
look,
your bit,
now he
Squire.
started. Now he started. Brilliant. Thanks, Mr. Budden. Thanks for that.
Well, is he joining?
No.
No, he
Fresh.
said that he looked
Calling
like
me bloody
Oddjob.
odd job.
Oh,
All I
you
need
know
is
that.
it was the one with the bowler hat, wasn't it? The sort of like the razor steel rimmed bowler hat that he sort of threw it and it cut the head off of a statue or something, didn't it?
I'm recording.
All right, I'll let you off.
Oh.
We're going to let him off. We're going to let him off. So hope he's going well, mate. Hope your recording's going well. Better than our shambles.
Speak for yourself.
People keep dropping out. Wait, hang on a minute. It was your internet that was buggering around.
Listen, these are obviously streaming something that they shouldn't be.
Oh, yeah.
It's normally me trying to stream the football when I haven't got Sky. So, yeah, didn't say that.
Wait till your son's nearly 18 and they're streaming things
I'll
that they shouldn't.
I'm picking up them stocks.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to close it up there fairly soon. But I'm going to do my usual thing. And if I bore you with this, tough. Because there's a family out there that needs our help. So I make no apologies for this. So this banner, all of the information on this banner is in the description below the stream on YouTube and on Facebook. So you cannot miss it. It's there. And all I need you to do is copy it and paste it and put it onto your social media platforms and put a little note on there what it's all about so that your friends and family, when they look at it and they go, oh, what's this all about? You can just sort of tell them this is a little girl that's fighting for her life. Okay. And if you don't know the story, she's a 6-year-old girl called Isla Caton and she is battling against neuroblastoma. Ain't no treatment for this in this country. So her family in the middle of this pandemic have got to try and put this girl on a plane, go to wherever in the world they can get the treatment, and all the treatment's experimental, mind. They got to pay for the flights, the accommodation, the living costs, the treatment itself. The bills are still piling up in the UK, ladies and gentlemen, because don't think for a minute that the gas and electricity company are going to go, oh, that's all right. You don't have to worry about paying, all the bills and all the rest. They're still going to want their pound of flesh. So if ever there's a family that during all this crap that's been going on the last 12, 14 months, if there's a family that needs help, then this is it. So put it onto your social media, send it to your friends, send it to your family, send it to anybody you know in your contacts book. If you can put any money in the pot, thank you very much. You've got a PayPal there, you've got a Just Giving there. Whichever one floats your boat. My personal preference is PayPal, but if you want to put it on the Just Giving, knock yourself out. Anything you can put in the pot from £1 upwards, absolutely tip top. The more the merrier.
Right.
It's a race against time, guys.
Sorry to interrupt, Gatesy. Every time England score a goal in the Euro, a £5 from my pocket's going into Isla.
Top man. I'll match you.
Cool.
Same here.
I'll match you. Okay, there we go. So that's 15 quid a goal that's going in. So let's hope there's a couple of goals that go in.
If only they had an informed attacking midfield player who played for the Hammers to score some goals. It's a shame that, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, back onto the subject.
I'll match
guys,
that. Well played.
It's a race against time now. This girl is, struggling, absolutely struggling. So we need to try and come together. And I don't really care if you're watching this and you're not even a West Ham fan. I don't care if you're watching this and you're not even a football fan. What I care about is if you are a decent human being and you're watching this, and if you can at least put this on your social media platforms, at least, I'm not even asking you for money. If at the very least you can put this message on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, whatever, and just keep the awareness and maybe someone will read it and maybe they'll be able to put in a couple of quid if you can't. Yeah, that's all I'm asking of you. We've given you 2 hours, 15 minutes of our lives to try and entertain you and whatever and give you a bit of a giggle. But this is the serious bit. This is the crux of it all. This is why we do it, this stuff as well. So if there's only one thing you want to do for us to try and sort of thank us for what we do, just put this on your social media platforms. That's it. If you can put a few bob in, so much the better. But just put this on your social media platforms with an explanation of what it's all about, because someone might look at it and go, I can put a couple of quid in, even if you can't. Thank you very much indeed for listening. And that is the end of our very first, our inaugural award ceremony.
Look at that. Look, we need to get it hashtag. Look, we need to come up with one. Everyone said they're going to match it at $5 in the comments.
Sweet.
Well played. We need to come up with a hashtag.
That is
I like your one there, Miles. Forged goal. Forged goal for Isla might be a good one.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Yeah, that's what
forged goal
Thingy said.
for Isla.
Right, we'll get this. We'll get that trending. We'll do after we finish this. Gatesy can probably do it on the Forge thing as well. We'll get that next week. We'll get that going tonight.
Yeah, we're on it.
From the start of the Euros all the way to England score, $5 a goal from all of us here at Forge. You guys out there, we'll if you guys want to come in on that, $5 for every goal. Bosh, we're game on, and let's see what we can do for little Isla. Let's see if we can make a difference, guys.
You seen this from Tom?
Oh, hang on, I'll be all over that. And I'll tell you what, if that was the case, I couldn't be more pleased that that's the case, because Christ Almighty, if everyone in this chat has backed that up, game on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what was that one for Isla? What was that hashtag? Someone come up.
So we'll do. You put in there, Milesy, Forge goal £5, and Fresh put England goals for Isla. I think if we try and merge something like that for Forge $5 England goals for Isla or something along them lines, we'll come up with something.
Don't want it too long, but we'll do something.
Well, Forge for Isla, £5 Forge for Isla, something like that. We'll get it out there. We'll get it tagged and we'll go for it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll sort that. No, and guys, any of you guys that are going to match us, we greatly appreciate it. We really do.
Yes, Fresh.
What's that?
Yeah, I like that.
Goals for Isla, or even Forged goals for Isla.
Got it.
I'll tell you what, Forged goals for Isla. That's the one. Yeah. Forged goals for Isla. That'll be the hashtag that we're going to use. Forged goals for Isla. Job done. Everyone in on that.
Note of that, because I will forget.
Yeah, probably. You get to your age, it happens.
Goals number 4, Isla.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on it.
Forged goals for Isla. Job done. Fantastic, Fresh. Thank you. That's the spot on, son.
Brilliant.
And everyone in the chat there, absolutely bang on. If you can all come in on that, I promise you now, we'll make a difference over this Euros, as long as England pull their finger out. Yeah,
brilliant, guys. We love you. We love you deeply. You know, we do this for you. We do this for, obviously to try and keep the awareness going for a very ill young girl. And like I say, Duke and I have got kids. I can't comprehend what this family must be going through. It's, I thank my lucky stars, and don't get me wrong, my kids can drive me batshit crazy, and I'm sure you know this, Duke.
One of them drives me batshit crazy. That's not the point.
Yeah, my kids can drive me to absolute distraction, but I am so thankful that I've got 2 boys who are nearly 18 and a daughter who will be 14 in November. And I say this touching wood, but their health has always been, good. They've never had to deal with a life-threatening illness, a life-changing illness or anything like that. I can't imagine what this family are going through. I've got no idea. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So, like I say, we're just doing our little bit. I mean, there's plenty of other West Ham YouTube channels. There's plenty of other, people that are contributing to this cause. We are not doing this alone, but we're doing our little bit. We're trying to make a difference where we can, and I'll carry on beating this drum until I no longer need to, and hopefully it's because she's in remission, she's cured, and she's on the way. So
yeah,
fingers crossed. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Duke, thank you very much for your help tonight, my friend. It's been interesting with your internet dropping in and out, but we've managed to get there.
Yeah.
No, it's been great. I won't lie to you. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a fantastic, been a good first award show, boys. I have to say. It's it sounds stupid when you consider some of the channels that have been going for a while, Gatesy, and how long some of these guys have been about, and here you and me are. What we talking? 5 months down the line now. 4 months down the line, actually.
That, yeah. 4 or 5
and here
months.
we are. Still having fun, still enjoying it. I know there's a lot of hard work involved in this, and I have to be honest to say that, when we first threw this idea around between the two of us, I thought, yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? It's easy enough. No, it's not as easy as the other shows make it. Hammers Chat, West Ham TV, all the other guys, they make it look a lot easier than what it is. And fair play to you, mate, for Dutch paddling behind the scenes. All calm above the surface, but the old legs are going hammer and tong. What you do behind the scenes for this channel is absolutely outstanding. As much as I'd love to give a hell of a lot more to what we do as a pairing, and Andy up there as a three. Obviously, doing what I do takes a hell of a lot of time for me. So it was all right while we were while we were in lockdown. I had plenty of time to do this shit. So props to you, my hat off to you, sir, and thank you for what you do to get us going and doing what we're doing. And Milesy, thank you to you for all the stuff you bring to the table as well, son. It's a pleasure to work with all three of you, all two of you, both of you. That's what I'm going
amazing.
for.
Well, we have people that jump in along the way. To be fair,
Yeah.
I mean, Jazz obviously jumps in. We've got lots of people that we collaborate with.
James,
Peach, James from the Anvil. People, all the way down. I mean, even sort of like people, that have been jumping in from the live chat, like Cahill, like Steve. We've got to know them pretty well. We've on personally, as well as obviously through this, we've got their phone numbers, and there's messages going back and forth, and everybody's been absolutely fantastic, absolutely top draw.
Yeah.
And for the guys that they're giving us the support, and even Luke, who gives us little jabs and all the rest of it, we know it's all banter, and to be honest, I'd worry if he sort of gave too many messages where he was being too complimentary, because I think there was something wrong with him. So always make sure, Luke, that you're giving your usual banter. So and all you guys,
and
thank you very much.
And I've got some breaking news for people on Thursday. I'll be doing the show live from the bar at the end of the garden.
Now, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
that could be very interesting, and I echo that. So, guys, I'm going to hit the credits. I'm going to end the broadcast once those are over. Guys that have joined us in the live chat, if you're still there, and people that have been and gone, like I say, we love you deeply, and we're doing this for you as well as obviously for Isla. So, like I say, if you got anybody that give us a recommendation to your friends. Even if they're not even West Ham fans, we're not that bothered, because again, we do the thing for Isla at the end, and if it raises awareness and puts a couple of quid in the pot and it makes a difference for her, that's really what it's all about. I'm not particularly bothered about, I don't want to get sort of like any sort of notoriety or thanks for it. I just want to make a difference for this little girl. That's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's all what matters.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for listening. And oh dear, don't mention internet connection to Duke, please.
I'll try and get mine sorted as soon as we can. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you very much indeed. I'm going to hit the credits now. Only one thing to say. I'm gonna leave it to you, Milesy. What do you want to say?
2 things. 1, go on, Duke. You can do it this week. It's awards night.
No, go on. It's yours. It's yours. Do it.
No,
do
it's
it.
you. It's you. No, you.
Fuck it. We are fucking massive.
Fair enough.
Come on, you
So
Irons.
it's you
Irons.
and me, Milesy. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you
And
Irons.
stay. Oh, yeah, Irons. Stay safe, guys.